welcome back. So this is the March kit. Some more pretty inks, the Hero Hues reactive inks. The other ones were they reactive or not? Yeah, I've still got a kit sitting here. Core. So the ones previously I've had are core, but these ones are reactive. So that's pretty cool. Stencil. Oh, okay, let's have a look at this. So the classic kit, if you've been watching, that's what I get because I'm in Australia and it's a little bit too far out of my price for a premium, although I would love it. They have, okay, for what I don't get, let's just double check because it is a really, really good deal. It's just really expensive for shipping and everything else over here. So I might do it one day and then do like a big order or something like that and then sort of combine it rather than little bits and pieces. Anywho, in the premium kit you get all of this goodness. The birds and flowers clear stamp. So there's another, well, you've got all these. So these are the premium. Obviously this is the classic. So you've got the stamp set that will go with, I'm just trying to figure out whether they match or they don't. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. So there's an extra birds, flowers stamp set that will go with it, and then you also get the coordinating frames to cut all these babies out and 16 washi stickers. Now in the classic kit we've got the 3 color layering floral butterfly stencils. So there you go, 3 of those. They are labeled 1, 2 and 3 down here on the very bottom, which is going to be really hard for you guys to see, but you can sort of see that there's something there. So they're all layered, which is really, really handy. So we will definitely be playing with that. We have the coordinating cover plate die. So a lot of companies are doing this where they've got the stencil and they've got a stamp set and then you can just cut it all out. And I'm just having a think and having a look at it. This is not going to cut out individual, but it's going to cut out, by the looking at that, cut out clearly like the parts of the butterflies. So the wings will be laid up. That is a lot flatter. So yeah, it's going to be raised up a little bit. So that would be cool. Then you've got 16 coordinating frame cuts, so that's that one. So that will cut out the whole kit and caboodle. And then you've got the clear stamp, and then you've got splash. Let me cut. Okay, so I've taken off this. This is blue Hawaii. Quite bright, quite nice. Taffy, I may be pronouncing that wrong because you know me, I'm not very good at those things. No saltwater taffy, just saying. Ooh. And this one is splash, so that's quite nice. I have to check whether I've got that because I have a funny feeling maybe I've got it in the core. So there you go, there is the classic with the cover plate with the little elements that can lift up. You've got coordinating dies. You've got lots of little, you make my heart flutter. Thanks for being there. You are to my amazing friend. Wish you the best. Flying by to say hello. So I'm going to have a think and we're going to get down to some business. That's it. Okay, so I've had quite a lot to think about. I'm actually not going to use the colours that came in the kit. I decided to go with these ones. So we've got orange soda, key lime fizz and lemon drop, and I'm using a little blending brush to just add color here and there. Pretty much I've got sort of yellow, in this case I've got the key lime fizz in the center of my butterflies, and I'm randomly picking places. I am going to use the orange soda in some of the other butterflies. So I'm just sort of picking out areas. It's no rhyme or reason. I'm just picking out areas to colour with the different colours. I picked these colours because they are analogous colours, which is that they're all together, so to speak, on the colour wheel. So we've got orange, yellow, and it's a yellow green, but it's next to the other ones. And I thought that would go quite nicely. Of course, you could have done the ones out of the kit, but that's all good. This kit, I mentioned in my last video with kits that this one is changing its name. As of June, they're going to be doing the card kit of the month, and that'll be interesting. It'll be a bit different. So I've got May to go, which is currently in the process of being sent to me, and then we will get the card kit of the month. And they have about 5 different kits. Well, there's actually 6 different kits. So they've got like stencil of the kit, they've got fancy dies kit, they've got clear cling kit, and they've got like, let me get that for you, hang on. I don't know why I said hang on, because I pause it and you don't know. Card kit of the month, layering stencils of the month, cling stamp of the month, clear set and dies of the month, fancy dies of the month, and then the whole studio, they call it, which is all 5 in one. So that would be interesting. Now the kit of the month is going to be, I'm just trying to find it in my email, $46 a month, which is US for my Australian friends. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm really enjoying the kits, even though I'm not getting around to actually using the puppies. But, as you can see, some of the flowers here in the top, especially the top right, I've used orange down the center, and also with the butterflies, I've used orange down the center, and then I've gone through with yellow around sort of the top of it. As I said, there's quite a few layering elements to this. And you can see the big butterfly down the middle, the bottom of the middle. It has some flowers that are now coming up. It also has some dots and little circles over it. So I'm just sort of picking colours that would go. Sometimes that is simply a matter of using the orange, so to speak, heavier handed. Wipe that off with a microfiber cloth. You can see how it's starting to come together. This is a really detailed one. So with the butterflies that have orange in the center or green, I think the big one has, I don't have the card in front of me, orange for the center, and then green, and then going out to yellow. I'm matching those colors. I'm not putting some odd frame thing. Okay, so you may hear a bit of noise now because all the families come home and I'm halfway through a voiceover. But, anywho. So, what's been happening? I've had quite a few bit of problems with my eyes. So, back in December, I had a 2mm abrasion to my right eye. And that takes a long time to heal. I don't know if I've mentioned this beforehand, but let's just go with the flow. Then, so that reoccurred like 2 times because, your eye, who would think your eye forms a suction? It dries out. I get that. Your eye forms a suction during the middle of the night. So when you open your eye, you basically ripping the scab off. Sorry for anyone who's a little bit queasy, but, this is my public service announcement. I have said this before, but yeah, I have to moisturize my eye for 6 to 9 months. Guess what? I'm doing it for 9 months. But so then what happened is I got a sty in my eye, which then decided to turn into a bit of a staph infection. So I'm on my 3rd course of drugs. He's not keen to cut it all out, but he may do that. Who knows? Anyway, let's get back to this. So I've used the cover plate to go over the top. As you can see, it cuts out parts. It doesn't really cut out. It cuts parts of the background, and so you can raise them up. I'm going to do some of it. I've just got we'll keep those little goobies on the end because we'll fix that up. And some I'm going to leave flattened down. Some of them I'm going to raise up, like these leaves. And there's a couple of butterflies that I'm going to keep raised up. I've got a black piece of cardstock that we're going to adhere on, and I've got foam everywhere, including that little piece that is now stuck back together to the rest of it. This is going to cover my whole card base. So you can see here, my butterflies are going to be a little bit raised. Some I'm just going to make sure they stay well and truly raised up. I've got this little sentiment that I'm going to use. I'm going to stamp with some VersaFine ink onto white cardstock, and we're going to trim that down a little bit after we've embossed it. Figuring out where. So yeah, it's fun and games, not. So yeah, public service announcement. I don't know, because there's not much you can do for styes. You've just got to keep using heat on them and moisturize them, and not moisturize the heat on it, and make sure the infection doesn't go into the eyeball. So I ended up with eye drops for a little while because I was on a houseboat. So if the infection went in, and because it was going, then I was on a houseboat. So it's not as if it's like 5 minutes down the road. So they gave me antibiotics for that. Let's get back to here. I am fussing about with this. I have got foam tape doubled over, and then I've used another 2 on top of that to make sure that my little butterfly wings are going to stay upright. And I've done that to a few of them, bits and pieces of my butterflies. My sentiment here is going to be raised up on just a single layer of tape. So I've got double underneath the panel, quadruple underneath the butterflies, and just single layer underneath this sentiment. So other than that, yeah, a lot of people in the house. They're all starting to go home, between my son and my parents, which is fine. But you'd love having them, but it's always nice when they head off and you get your house to yourself again. Just saying. These are just some black rhinestone drops from my stash that I've had for ages and a day. I have no idea where they come from. But there's plenty out there that have flat back rhinestones or bling or something else that you could use. And that is it. That is my card. Thank you for your patience. I hope you're well. Take care, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.